So we're going to show you how to make one of these. Just a small, let me loosen that a little bit, small compact easel for the table. So, guys, welcome back to the vlog. It's Boof. My beautiful wife has asked me to be her videographer. So that's what I'm doing. I'm videographeringly. Videographer. I have the camera. And she's in the garage. Let's see what she's up to. What you doing? Waiting on you. What you doing? Getting ready to split these boards down to the size that I want to make them more manageable. I'm going to use the table saw to do this. What I'm going to do is make sure my boards are the right length that I need. I'm shooting for about 15.5 inches. Look at that. That one's like perfect at 15.5. Woohoo! Using this as my template. This was a trial and error one. It didn't make the cut, but it is great for my template. The ankle's going to determine how far those front legs stick out, right? Yes. Got it. So, let's get these pots cut off. We'll be right back. Why would 3 of them have angles? Shimmer dimmer timber, 3 of them would not have angles. Only 2 of them, right? Only 2 of them would. Nice catch. This is why she keeps me around. She would have cut 3 at that angle. Only need 2 at that angle. Oh look, you got the angles cut. Come up here. Up here to me. Stay with me this time. Okay, so we have the angle. Focus. Focus. Got it. Okay. So we got our angles cut, guys. If you look down here, all I'm doing at the moment is just lining them up. Now, I'm going to drill a hole through them. But before I get to that, as I've stated before, if you don't have a table saw, it's okay. A circular saw will make all of these cuts. So what I've found for making my openings, because you got to get them right, otherwise you're going to have a problem, is I actually take my square and I line it up here at the base on the back leg. And then I come up here and I just straighten it, keeping this corner touching until my level's straight. Once I got it straight, I pull it down to where I want my all thread to go through so I can mark my line. Now the whole time I'm holding this top piece, because they will move if you don't hold them. So keep that in mind. So basically you're trying to keep this line parallel with the top of
Yes,
this.
ma'am.
So that the distance between here and here is the same as the distance between here and here.
That is correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
Once you get your straight line and you remove your level, it should be pretty parallel, pretty smooth. So now, we're going to put holes in them. Now we're going to use our drill press, but if you don't have a drill press, a regular drill will work, but we are going to show you the trick to it so you don't make the same mistakes we started out making.
That's a nice drill press you have there.
That is a Harbor Freight Special.
Okay.
It's a very inexpensive drill press for the beginner that's starting out. We like it because we don't use the drill press that often. So this guy works perfect for us. We don't need anything expensive. We don't use it that often. Over here you can see our lines are still on the boards, just like so. So we're going to start with the outer ones. Now the trick with doing this is to make sure that you lay it flat on the surface. If you lay it flat like this and drill, your hoe's not going to be right, because your hoe is going to be straight up and down. But you don't need it straight up and down. You need it at an angle. So as long as you make sure you tip it forward, making sure your angle is flush, you will get perfect hoe. When you get to your centerpiece, this one can be tricky. Now, just be mindful when you drill, you want to drill with the grain of the wood as much as possible.
Voila, guys. Okay, guys, now we need to see if it worked. It's clinch time. What we have purchased is just some all thread that is a 5/16. They come in different lengths and different sizes. Small one would be more than fine if you're just making one. We made 3, but even the small one that's only 12 inches long worked perfectly for this application, and we still have plenty left over. And if we done it correctly, it should look like that. So what we've purchased here is just some little wing nuts. These we're going to use to be able to tighten and loosen it on the ends. So at this point, it's just a matter of how much all thread you want hanging out. To cut the all thread, you can use a regular hacksaw. Easy peasy, right? We don't do things easy peasy. We use things with power tools. So in this case, a Dremel. The Dremel only works when it's charged. Apparently it wasn't charged, which is why it kept dying. So what you saw us transfer to was the old-fashioned way, a little handsaw. Worked the job, took us a little bit longer. So now we've got 2 edges, but they're rough. So we need to kind of sand those down a little bit. Normally I would use the Dremel, but the Dremel's not working at the moment. So I'll actually come back later and do that. Just to give them a smooth rounded edge, and to give you an example of what I'm talking about, I'll show you on this one. It's real smooth here. All around the edges are real smooth. And that's just to make sure you don't catch your finger on it when you're going to tighten it or loosen it. You don't want any metal shards getting in your finger or anything like that. We need to put a bottom plate on it. This is going to be what holds the canvas. So, doesn't matter how big you go, just whatever you like. Location, personal choice. Does not make a difference. So all I'm doing is I'm lining it up right on the edge of this board on both sides, and then I'm just kind of making sure I'm about the same distance on either side.
15.5 inches is perfect for a 12 by 12 canvas, which is my go-to canvas size.
Now guys, you might have remembered when I made a bigger canvas, or bigger,
and I love it for my painting room. But when we do paint night with wine and cheese and friends, these guys are gonna be much nicer. A lot easier to conversate and more places to put the wine.
So guys, if you're looking for something bigger than this, the link's gonna be up above. Just check it out. That's the bigger one there. But if you like something more compact and small, something you want to have around your table with family and friends, but also is easy, as you will see here, to close up, you just loosen your little wing nuts, pull your bottom in, tighten your wing nuts back, and voila. Low profile, not a lot to it. So, depending on which one you're looking for,
we've got you covered.
We got you covered.
Guys, thanks for joining me as I put my wife to work, because we might have a paint night coming up and I needed some easels. And thank you for stopping by to see me. I've missed you. The time we spend together means the most to me. Catch us next time when who knows what I'll be getting into.
Or what you'll have me building.
Truth. Bye.
Toodles. And since I made it, you got
I actually have an idea for the next project. So while you clean up, I'll go get it sketched out.
Thanks. You know, in our marriage vows,
I had that sketch done. Are you ready?
Almost, dear.
Oh, okay.
It did say till death do us part. That may be sooner than later. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you pay your camera woman, because if you get a free one like I did, they don't hold the camera straight on you, and they run off when you need them in here.
Betty was hungry. While she's cutting that, let me introduce you to Betty. Betty is our resident Muscovy female duck. She joins us for snack. So what we have is a mixture of duck and birdseed that Betty, Miss Betty, just cannot say no to. Isn't that right? Do you need some of this? Come on. Betty is usually accompanied by 2 male ducks, Fred and Barney, but evidently she's alone today. And she's being very bashful. In her defense, Fred and Barney
Photographer lady!
are usually the social ones.
Photographer lady!
Obviously, we're being interrupted.
You're being summoned to the garage. Leave Betty alone.
Betty, enjoy your kibble. Is that not the cutest thing you have ever seen? Don't let her fool you. She feeds them ducks whenever they come to the yard, just like I do. Don't you?
I do feed the ducks.
I wonder if Betty's still out there. She ate and ran. Shoot. Never left. Was here the whole time.
Okay.